That's right. Time for some shenanigans. Even push the go live button.
Shenanigans, live from South Detroit. What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It's Sunday. It means it's time for some shenanigans. And boy, do we got some shenanigans to talk about. But before we do, I just want to say, Zoo radios are awesome. But I do have an icon over here I'd love to give away because everything in me wants to make me drive over top of it with my vehicle. So, we got about half a month left to get 4 more Patreons so I can give that icon away. So, I understand we're the best. But if you need the HF radio, we got an icon over there ready to give away. And shout out to these guys right here, the Patreons. They are absolutely awesome people. And I'll tell you what, we are just fucking having a great time with them. We did a Patreon meetup this weekend and had an awesome time yesterday doing that. Also, shout out to the YouTube members.
I'm your Huckleberry.
And a big shout out to the ever-changing board that still looks the same, even though maybe it's not. Who knows? So, I'll tell you what, it is the weekend of shenanigans for sure.
It is. It is also Happy Father's Day, everybody.
That's right. Happy Father's Day. And if your father is a ham and he does QRP or he likes to go hiking, he should probably have a PP Man spike. Adventure Gear PP Man spike. We are now selling version 3. This thing has been updated and it's just amazing now. I'm telling you, not that it wasn't amazing before, but if you don't got one, you better order one of these things because
you can join the PP gang.
That's right, up your PP game. Anyway, I tell you, it's been a great weekend. Other than the bands, it's been a great weekend. Yesterday, went down to Murphy and hung out with a couple of Patriots. No, I said down to Murphy. Murphy came up and I went down, and we went down to Virginia and hung out and had a great time down there. Me and Josh and Michael and Sherry.
You went where?
Do what?
You went where?
To
Virginia?
Eastern West Virginia.
Okay, there you go. Okay, I got you now. Eastern West Virginia. I got you.
Right, Eastern West Virginia. So we went down there, and I'll tell you what, we had a good time. But, I said it on the stream over and over. I kept telling Terry, I was like, I need you to bring Clarice back on Friday night because I'm going Saturday morning and she's got to go home, Saturday morning. So here comes Friday evening and Terry, he just calls me and he's throwing an absolute PP Man I need a new QRP pulse fit. I mean, that's what kind of fit he's throwing. He's like, please just give me one more date night with Clarice. I was like, all right, Terry, but you got to have her there by 7. So at like 6:45 in the morning, he rolls in and he brings me Clarice. And she now looks like this. I'm like, what in the date night is going on here, Terry?
Well, he did just buy a new big old tent for him and Clarice.
So I mean, I don't know what's going on. But
man,
yeah,
she looks rough.
He threw an absolute PP man fit.
Man.
When we're talking about the PP man fit, we're talking about the fit he threw to get that pole up there. And that's what spiked his whole obsession with the PP man spike. And now he's running a gang up in South Detroit. And this is their gang chain that they wear around South Detroit. So, you got to watch that guy up there in South Detroit. They're crazy.
It's the PP Spike gang. It's not like the Gucci gang, but it's the PP gang. PP gang.
Oh my goodness.
PP gang.
Terry's trying to get us going, asking us what the holdup is this time. Yeah, we know what the holdup is.
I
the
see us live.
Is for you to bring Clarice back.
I see us live over there. So,
we can see the live button.
That's right. That's right. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good to see you. Welcome to a Sunday, Father's Day Sunday. If you're a father in the chat, happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to you, Toby. Good to see you. Michael Roberts, the PP man, always. Golf Sugar Scott, Kilo 8 Golf Hotel. Clarice is in the chat. Kilo 4 Lima, India. Good to see you, Josh. Sandy, always good to see you. Jerry, KE4TTS. Hello, buddy. And everybody else listening, welcome. Welcome to Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Listen, so I'm always picking on Terry and PP Man.
It's true.
I am. And I'm going to give them a little bit of revenge on me today.
I missed Andy Callie. Andy, what's up, buddy?
I'm going to give them a little bit of revenge on me today because, I had Mom here for a week, and then I was trying to catch up this past coming week with all the spikes, and then I had the ordeal where one batch of the spikes went out with bad infill, and I had to reach out to all those customers and get all that. It's been a busy couple of weeks, and my mind has not been where it needs to be. So one day this week, I'm out doing a park activation, and what happened was Sidewalk Sherry had taken the car and went to Charleston, so I had to walk over across the street. And my 891, it's currently without the body because I'm waiting on a speaker for this to mount in the car. So I didn't have it together, and I didn't want to pack the dicks again across the street. So I just grabbed the 991A. And she had been hunting on it and stuff like that. I turned it on. It was on 40 meters. I scrolled, found me a frequency, asked if it was in use, and I started calling. Now, I get it. The bands have been bad. But I've called CQ 6 times now, and I'm thinking, what the crap?
I'm about done with this.
I'm like totally about done with this. And Josh finally pops in there. He hunts me. He's 5'9", man. I'm like, well, the hands are good because Josh is strong. He said, won't you hop over on lower sideband so the rest of them can get you? Now why she had the radio on upper sideband, I don't know, but I guess I should have probably checked that.
I'd have left it there just to see who was smart enough to flip over.
Get 9 more people to flip over and then just left the rest of them there.
I mean, when you think about it, it sticks out like a sore thumb because if you're on 40 and you're so used to seeing signals on your waterfall go that way, and then you see one going the opposite way, you're like, what? That's funny though. Yeah, I would have left it on upper sideband for sure. I would have activated on 7200 upper sideband.
So then I lose one of my night eyes for my Eagle One.
Not the big one, right? Your real long one?
The black one.
Okay.
And I have to tie that thing up because I don't want the wire to go everywhere in the back of the trunk. So I take the one from my my power cord. So I normally tie my power cord and I stick my power cord in the bag. But when I get home, I pull the power cord out. I'm looking for another knot out of tie, and I never find another knot out.
I'm your huckleberry.
Heading down, stop at my first park on my way to Virginia. I'm like, I ain't activating in the car. I'm even though I'm using ATOS, I'm going to put 2 chairs over here in the shade, and I'm going to sit in the shade, and we're going to set up everything. Go to put the power cord in. I don't have a power cord. Have to tear everything down and put it back in the car and wait until I get up with. Now I allowed for this trip time for me to activate 2 parks and meet them at the time we're supposed to meet. So now I'm running ahead of time. So I had to stop and get food. And although I'm kind of glad I did stop and get food, so I ate this really cool place, and I got some steak and cheese French fries.
That sounds good.
That was amazing.
Yeah. Ronnie just popped in the chat. Kilo Oscar for Zulu Romeo X-ray. Good to see you.
Josh Michael luckily had an extra power cord and said, "Here, take this with you so you can activate on the way home." But unfortunately, on the way home when we got ready to leave at last park, we didn't have signal because we had done took down the Starlink. So Sherry just puts home in the map and starts out of the park, and she eventually catches signal. We get to the end of the park, and it takes us right to the left. I was like, I know we came in from the left, but whatever. Next thing I know, we're driving on the back of the Dragon.
Better than a sidewalk.
So we're going on turn. And anyway, it takes us through some of the greater places in West Virginia, we'll just say. You ever heard of War, West Virginia? We went through War, West Virginia.
No. There's probably tons of places in West Virginia I've never heard of.
Yeah, we went through some really. We'll just say we never touched none of the 4 lanes or any of the parks that I had planned to activate on the way back.
The scenic route.
I did activate last night, but it was. It was a shenanigan of a trip, but it was a great time. And thanks to Josh, I'll be having internet no matter where I'm at when I'm out west here next month. So that's awesome.
Whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie. Good to see you, brother. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. It is a Father's Day shenanigans.
Father's Day shenanigans. I almost said, let's just not have shenanigans. It's Father's Day. We'll give all the fathers off, and then I realized, wait a minute, all the fathers are coming to shenanigans to get away from the rest of them.
Now I've had my boys all day. I love them to death. We had some eggs and some bacon this morning. Bacon always goes with everything. Doesn't matter if it's eggs or French fries or potato salad. I don't care. Bacon goes with it.
Bacon goes with everything. I agree with that.
Absolutely. Now I don't know. I don't know if I would try.
Bacon don't go with.
I can probably think of something. But go ahead.
Cheeseburgers.
No, I was just about to say that. Damn it.
Go ahead. You'll say it better than I will anyway. Go ahead and say it.
Bacon does not go with a cheeseburger with onions and peanut butter on it. Thanks to our good friend Richard the Truckingham, who apparently that's a delicacy. I don't think I would try it, but hey,
I'm out on that.
Well, he'll pop in here in a minute because, like Beetlejuice, if you say his name, he's going to show up.
Poor old Ronnie.
Bacon goes with bacon. Mike, you hit it on the head. Bacon goes with bacon. Absolutely. If you want to make bacon
Ronnie
taste better, more bacon.
Calls me at the park, and I keep making him re-say his call sign just so I can hear him say Zulu Romeo X-ray.
Absolutely. The Zulu station again.
Although I was not doing that on CW intentionally. Ronnie, your signal was a little weak on the CW.
You can't really drag it out on CW either. You can't really give that good Zulu,
Yeah.
Sounds so plain. Z question mark. We need to figure out a way to accent it.
It's Add bacon to
Yes.
hot dogs. You'll thank me later.
That's good.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do it just for you, Chris. I'm gonna add bacon because I already add cheese to hot dogs.
Absolutely.
You know, so what would go better than cheese? Cheese and bacon. I can agree with that.
Even better if you know a butcher who makes their own hot dogs, where they can case them for you. Have them put bacon inside of the hot dog, along with cheese. Mm-hmm.
I get some cheeseburger patties that already have bacon and cheese on the inside of them.
Absolutely. And if
of
they
course
don't have it in there, I just get the like 2 pounds of ground beef, and I'll add it in there myself.
There you go.
Absolutely. A little bit of jalapeno. Not much, just a little bit, but yeah, it's good.
Oh, also I want to tell you. So Eastern West Virginia might win the award too. The award for maybe having the stupidest thing in a road ever. So we're driving on this back road, and we're coming up on a 3-way. I'm looking. I was like, "Oh, there ain't no stop. I guess you get to go." And then I look. We're at a 3-way. There's no stop anywhere.
For each their own.
I wonder how this pans out when it's busy.
That's funny.
A 3-way with no stop sign on any. It didn't look like there had ever been a stop sign on it.
It's Eastern West Virginia. I mean, they'll figure it out. That's right. Pig on a dog. Yeah. Bacon and peanut butter might make a good sandwich, Jerry says. I don't know. Maybe. I like peanut butter and banana. That makes a good sandwich.
You know, here's the thing. I could do bacon and peanut butter as a sandwich. I could do that. But you can't add the onions to it. When you add the onions, that just doesn't no.
Yeah. You don't dig on onions. Now, see, me personally, I love onions. I mean, a nice sweet Vidalia onion, I can eat it like an apple. But if you give me one of them red onions or something, I might shed a tear. Yeah, I think peanut butter goes on just about anything. Just about anything.
Peanut butter goes on about anything, and bacon goes on about on anything.
If you've never had peanut butter and peaches, you're missing out. Get you a nice ice cold peach and put peanut butter on it.
I'll tell you the next mistake I've made. I didn't plug my laptop up. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, we're about to lose them.
Oh.
Grilled onions, grilled mushrooms. Yes, sir. I love grilled onions, grilled mushrooms. They're awesome. Meatloaf, I like meatloaf too. It can't be dry though. Meatloaf has to be good and moist. For those who love that word, moist, with a nice layer of ketchup on top of it too. Some people I know don't like ketchup on their meatloaf, but hey, to each their own. But yes, grilled onions, grilled mushrooms, that's always a great combination. Bacon and peanut butter on toast in the morning sounds like great. Hey, Donna, KAAEP in West by God, Virginia. Good to see you in the chat. James will be right back. He's getting his laptop charger cable so he doesn't go bye-bye in the middle of the stream. Yeah, bacon and peanut butter sounds good. The honey along with it, honey and peanut butter I like. I've never had honey and bacon together. I'd try it. I would try it. An egg, an egg on a burger? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's done turned into the Food Network.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with the food channel. Shenanigans. We can talk about what we want to.
Absolutely. If anybody has a radio question, that's kind of odd. You're gonna have to pronounce that for me, Kent. Braunschweiger? Braunschweiger and bacon on rye toast? Braunschweiger? I'm not too.
I'm not sure what that is.
It almost sounds like a
A sausage kind of.
It does sound like a sausage, but it also sounds like a German beer.
Could be.
Oh.
German beer and bacon on rye toast. Yeah.
Oh.
I've had I've had molasses on bacon and other syrups. Like if I have bacon and pancakes or something, like inevitably your syrup's going to get on the bacon. That's really weird. Oh, it's liverwurst. Kent says, yeah, liverwurst and bacon on rye toast. I'm not a fan of liverwurst, but yeah, I mean I'll try anything. Grilled cheese with bacon and tomato, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Starting to
my
get
goodness.
this stream's starting to get me hungry.
You know,
Hungry.
you know what bacon don't go with? There's one thing that bacon don't go with.
Onions.
Well, there's two things: onions and FT8. And I am so glad that in about an hour and 40 minutes, the Lewis and Clark is over, and I don't have to do FT8 for another year.
There you go. Yeah. Do you like mushrooms?
Mushrooms, yeah,
Okay. Just not onions.
just not onions. I'm not an onion fan.
I love onions.
I can't do the onions. But mushrooms are good, especially with Japanese food with soy sauce on it.
Like any onions at all. Like if I make chili, I put onions on them, but they're cooked way down, so you really don't even know they're in there.
If they're so tiny, that doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as I don't take a bite of chili and I crunch an onion.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. I you know, it's just like I don't do ketchup.
Oh, I love ketchup.
Well, I don't do ketchup or tomatoes, but I do spaghetti sauce. I do marinara. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm kind of a weirdo on the food thing. Well, I'm kind of a cheapo actually. I'm just the greatest person to ever have around because you don't have to buy condiments at all. No condiments required for me.
That's right.
You know,
See, I don't like sour cream one bit. I can't stand sour cream, but sour cream and cheddar or sour cream and onion or whatever kind of potato chips, I love them. But like, I guess real sour cream, I can't stand it.
Yeah, I don't do sour cream. It's a condiment. If you find a condiment that I eat, and people's gonna say chili on your hot dog or cheese, them's not condiments to me. Them's their own food group.
That's right. Oh, Patrick made his first CW contact made today with Aaron Bowman, Whiskey for ARV. Awesome.
That's awesome.
A really good guy to make your first contact with for sure.
That is definitely awesome. Aaron's a great guy.
And you will probably be on his YouTube channel here in the next week or so. Let me guess, he was at Tuskegee National Forest.
That's probably what I should do. I probably should only activate them if I'm filming it and going to put it up on stream. That way everybody's on my videos, right?
There you go.
So I just activate, once a week and film it and be done,
Just live stream every activation you do. It'll be fine.
People get into that discussion with me all the time, like, you should film more of your activations. I film a lot of activations, a whole lot of them.
Yeah.
But filming all my activations, yeah, I could do that if I cut out doing all my activations, but besides a couple a week,
What a lot of people don't get is I film a lot. There's a lot of crap, that I've done around the house with my antenna system, how I run my cables, my shack, activations. I film a lot, but you got to understand let's say if you film 8 hours worth of footage, okay? Maybe.
What's your percentages with mine?
Maybe an hour or 45 minutes of that is actually usable. So you end up with a crap ton, and I save all my videos, even the cuts and everything else. I got them all on my big ass external hard drive over here, and yeah, it's there's still stuff from probably 4 months ago that I haven't been through yet to make a video. So
I mean, I film a lot too. That's why when I get shenanigans like me going to throw a rope in the tree, and the next thing you know, you see my wire winder go up with it. That's why, because I'm always filming stuff for stuff like that. But and I don't save that crap. I don't got the room that Dan has to save that stuff. I've got extra hard drives and stuff, but they get full quickly.
I film it for posterity's sake, and also this has actually happened to me like 3 months prior. I did something, I remember doing it. I'm like, I might have footage of that. So I go back and look, and I'll take like a little 4 or 5 second snippet out of another video that I did 3 months ago that happened to be relevant to what I'm doing now.
No, I'll do that. Like, I'll be like, and yes, I get it. I know I've been very slack on TikTok Mondays. I apologize to you, TikTok people. But I do that. I'll get home and it'll be really late on the Monday. Like, crap, I didn't do a TikTok today. And I'll just go back and I'll pull from a clip. I'll go back like 5 or 6 months and pull from something and just stick it up, even though you've probably already seen it. So,
yeah, Patrick, I said the same thing. Just live stream all your activations. The heck with
it. There he noticed I put on a new hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did that. I did that intentionally. That's why I intentionally was saying, "Yay!" I got Yazoo. I wanted to see who noticed that I switched hats. Thanks very much to Josh and Michael who gave me this hat yesterday.
At least they got the number right.
What is it?
I said, at least they got the number right. Bang Bang will be proud. Where is Bang Bang today? I haven't seen him in the chat. It's coming up on the 1 year anniversary of At Least I Can Count. If PZN is gonna have a hat gang, if PZN is gonna have a gang hat, it's to have a flat bill and tuck your ears in, and you have to keep the logo sticker on the front of it, right? That shows it's authentic, and it has to be fitted, not snapback. See, me personally, I don't like snapback hats. I like fitted hats.
See what PP Man doesn't realize. I have actually out PP Manned him.
No way.
Yeah, because you've seen that big old chain he had with those 3 spikes on it.
The Gucci gang chain.
I haven't put the spikes on him yet, but I went QRP. I got the tiny chain. I'm QRP chain.
You should print little. You should print little spikes about it. You should print little spikes about an inch long, and hang them over your chain.
How about PP Man to PP Man?
Oh my goodness!
Oh, funny stuff.
Matter of fact, you should print a scale model of the Gigaparts mask and the spike, like a 1/60th scale model. And just have them sitting there, on a bench. That'd be pretty good.
I tell you somebody that went a little bit nervous yesterday when they found out I didn't have a power cord and wouldn't activate until I got with Michael and Josh was Steven, because Steven did not get me the night before and he had a gig that evening. But lucky for him, he has legs and can run to his truck when there's a wedding going on.
That's right. That's great.
He hunted me and I said, "Tell the people in the wedding object 73."
PP Man wants to know if we saw the shirt he was wearing in his PP gang photo. No, but let's look again. Hold on, let me get rid of that comment so we can see. I can't read the lettering on it. I see the antenna. Is that your QRO shirt?
Yeah, that's his QRO shirt.
Oh my goodness. He went QRO on us. How about that?
and I wore a QRP shirt yesterday. So again, I've out PP man to PP man 2 days straight.
There you go. It's only about 5.5 more months, PB man, and you're not limited to your 5 watts anymore. You can go out and run 6.
Funny stuff. I'll tell you what. You are Owen spirit only.
Yeah. That is great. Yeah, he's doing, if anybody doesn't know yet, he's doing his QRP only 2024. And on January 1st, he said he's going to go to 100. He's going to go to 100 watts.
And in 2025, he's actually coming with me to Bouvet Island. We're going to do Bouvet Island. Me and him. We're going to be there for 2 weeks, and we're going to make all kinds of contacts because we're using a 10th of a watt.
10th of a watt with ham sticks.
Yes, with ham sticks. A 10th of a watt with ham sticks on Bouvet Island.
And you're only going to run 40 meters.
I was thinking 80.
You run 80 meters, and all of a sudden down there, you're going to hear Whiskey Zero, Charlie Golf Charlie. or Kilo 4 Lima India. Everybody be like, what the hell?
Listen, it's funny because you made me think about this. So Sherry was running some Lewis and Clark last night, and she had her ear way down to the speaker. And I walked by her and I said, "You're gonna regret that here in a couple minutes when somebody like Whiskey Zero Charlie Golf Charlie comes through there and blows you." Yeah.
Yes, sir. G. McPhee. Happy Father's Day, my friend. Yeah, he comes through. He's rattled my eardrums a couple times, and Lima Bravo Indy up in Hammertown does the same thing too.
So did I tell you I got to play referee during my activation?
No.
Yeah.
Did you throw your flag?
It was pretty cool. No, but I did have to tell him to calm down
so
I could continue my. So, I'm not throwing out names or anything like that, but I had a park in there and they were pretty light, and in his defense, he did not hear them calling, so he threw out his call sign. You know, I could see him not hearing him because I could barely hear him, and I happened to be really close to where he lived at the time, so I could understand him not hearing the park. And when he got done, the park said his last 2 letters and told him to go on with himself or something like that. And then he didn't know what was going on, so he came back at that guy, and they sort of spat back and forth for a minute. I was like, okay, guys, let's calm this down. All right, we're going to do the park real quick. I worked him, then I worked the other station, which he apologized, and I told him it wasn't no big deal because it really wasn't his fault. The park guy kind of got a little mad because he stepped on him, but honestly, I know he didn't hear the park. Yeah, I got to play referee there for a minute.
Yeah, sounds like a fun time. Tell people to simmer down. Sandy has a question. He ordered a 213-inch Wolf River Coil for my Wolf River Coil Mini. I want to use it for field day. What's your experience with this antenna? I don't have any experience whatsoever with Wolf River coils.
Okay, I don't have the Mini. I do have the platinum Wolf River coils, and I've used the 102 and the 213 on it, and they both work great. I also use the Sporty 40 with exclusively the 213, also made by Wolf River coils, and it works phenomenal. So, now is it going to be the Mac Daddy antenna? No, it's still going to be a little compromised because you're running a coil, but it's a great antenna and it'll get plenty of contacts. Matter of fact, I did my first 3 to 5 months of POTA on a Wolf River coil.
Then you found the way.
Then I found a way.
Oh, speaking of finding the way, I actually got my Eagle One put back together. I had to enlist the help of my eldest boy to grab one end of the section and me grab another end of the section. We both have both hands on it trying to twist this thing. But I finally got it all back together.
My trick didn't work?
Well, it's kind of a pain to me to take the bottom cap off and to
Oh,
slide it
okay.
out because I got to undo the little L bracket and everything else.
I was going to say, because I've had a piece that I've actually took 2 pairs of channel locks and turned the other way.
Yeah.
And it wasn't giving, and that trick still works. So
Normally when that happens, what I'll do is I keep nitrile gloves in the truck to give me more grip on my hands, and I can just put this pair of gloves on and twist it real fast. But this thing was not budging.
it's funny too, because a lot of people, when they put up their Wolf River coil, because we were just talking, they'll put up the Eagle One, they'll bring up the section, and you'll see them barely turn it, and they'll bring up the next section. If you've ever watched me put up mine, I crank that sucker, and I don't have issues getting it stuck. The only time I have issues if it's been out for a while, or it's been out in like 7-degree ice storm weather.
That was the problem with mine. Is I was expecting to have it up for a while before I got my other antenna in the air, so I did put the sections. I kind of twisted them up a little more firmly than I normally would on, say, a POTA activation, and it was out there for 2 weeks. And that's through the morning dew, rain, heating up, in 100-degree sun, and then cooling back off a little bit, and it got stuck. But we got it back together. So. Good to go.
Michael said he learned real quick to really crank it. Yeah, I had a guy fuss at me on my video. What's with all that torque in it? You're not supposed to do that. I'm like, cool. I've been in the field every day with it. How about you?
Yeah, works for me, buddy. No, on my Eagle Ones in field activations where I'm only going to be there for a couple hours at most, I won't torque it really hard up, and I've never had.
I don't torque it, but I don't just barely twist it and go on.
Brother Dom's in the chat. Good to see you, brother. Happy Father's Day. My first activation was on a Wolf River coil. Dom's was very good. I think now is a lot of people's first antennas. It's a good starter antenna for sure.
It's a great starter antenna. I got like I said, first 3 to 5 months, because honestly, that's all I could afford was a Wolf River coil. I got it, and I took, first thing I did was
I'm your Huckleberry.
took it up and borrowed my buddy's analyzer, and I got where I wanted on it, and I made me marks on it where I knew roundabout. Of course, different grounds are going to be different areas, but roundabout where I needed to go for everything, and I used it for a long time. And I used it when I had the Eagle One. I used it for backup, for like when you get to a place that you're going to be out further away from your vehicle and you can't take that Eagle One.
Yeah,
like I did. We did. Me and Pat from DC. We did one of the monuments. We did one of the monuments on the night that Joe Biden was doing a big speech in town, and they had half the town shut down. And we're out by one of the monuments with Wolf River Coil and a radio. I'm like, we're probably going to jail tonight. They're going to think we're up to something.
You probably had some crosshairs on you and didn't know it too.
It's funny because like a couple of security guards even walked by us and didn't even ask us what we were doing.
Yeah.
So
they were probably Republicans.
It was weird. But yeah, now I use my Sporty 40 still to this day quite a bit. Especially when I'm just walking over to the park. I'll grab my KX3 and my Sporty 40 and walk over there, and I can be activating in moments.
Yeah. Is every antenna, question from Gene, is every antenna that is not a wire antenna a compromised antenna? No. That is no, because you can get most beams are made out of aluminum, and as long as they're resonant, there's no compromise. So the compromise basically is if it's a non-resonant antenna, then you're going to have some kind of compromise situation with it. So. Hi, Mom.
Oh. Kyle, if you didn't see my updated message to you, make sure and check that out. But
It's on his Only Hams.
Yeah, it's my new OnlyFans account. I've already switched you over to your premium spot. So, but now, so see, this is where I'm going to bring out the controversy and let all the haters hate me. This is why I don't have 10,000 subscribers. So, he brought it up. He brought up the wire antenna. I'm going to tell you that wire antennas are great. I use them all the time. But depending on situations where you are and conditions, there are times that I have used a wire antenna and a resonant wire antenna that no one could hear me, or the people that was giving me 3.3, and I throw up the non-resonant vertical, and compromise or not, get all kinds of contacts 5.8 and 5.9. So it antennas are a situational thing. I don't care what anybody else says. There is no be all end all antenna.
The best thing you can have.
Thing.
The best thing you can have for your home setup is something that so have two antennas. What really at least that you can choose from. One vertical and one horizontal, or like a sloper or something like that. That way you can choose which antenna, because you might hear somebody on that vertical that you will not hear on a differently polarized antenna. Just the way it reflects off the ionosphere just might be different the way it hits you. So I've had people that I hear on my DX Commander that I do not hear on any other antenna, and vice versa.
Exactly. I mean, that's like, I rarely do HF work from the house. It's rare. But at my house, I have a dipole. I have another dipole that's set up as an inverted V that's for 20 meters only. And then I have a vertical. So I have three options.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Here at Sherry's, I have
I'm your Huckleberry.
an Eagle One pole that's been stuck up forever, but I have no problem getting down. Because I do take it down if we're getting heavy winds with inverted with a sloper in fed half wave, and I have a vertical. But I also have noise from the neighbor here. That's horrible. In the field, I always have multiple with me.
Yeah,
because situations will dictate things. Really. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind if I'm getting out 5.3. It doesn't bother me. I'm doing POTA, and if I'm not trying to make 100 contacts at that park, if I'm just trying to get it in activation and get out, I could care less. But if I'm going to be there for a period of time and my best signal reports is 5.3 and everybody else is messaging me telling me they can't hear me, I'm going to.
I mean, I don't know who that was, Patrick, but he said a certain popular YouTuber made a whole video of how the Eagle One could not work. Now, if that was true, or I'm going to tell you right now, it's not. It would not be my go-to antenna for a POTA activation. The first antenna I think about putting up is that Eagle One. Period. Unless I'm in a spot where I can't put the Eagle One up, like if I have to hike in or something like that, then it's like an in-fed half wave or maybe an in-fed to random wire or something like that. But if I'm near my truck, that thing is on the hitch, guaranteed.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. I don't really care. Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. But I'm going to tell you that opinions are, like what, everybody has one. But facts are facts. And I have over 200 and some thousand POTA contacts on an Eagle One. Go look at whoever's video that was and pull their POTA stats and see how many contacts they have on their antennas. And then we'll talk about facts. Other than that, antennas are situational.
Yes, sir. I mean, as Chris just said, an Eagle One with a 9-to-1, you can go to 160 with it with a good tuner. mean, it's. I mean, granted, on 160, it's not going to be the best antenna in the world. I'm not saying that at all. It's a 31-foot random wire. So on 160 with a 9-to-1, it'll tune, it'll transmit, but you're really compromised at that point. But you can make contacts with it.
Yeah, it says it's a 10. It's a 10 to 80 anyway.
Yeah.
But it will tune 6 to 160 because I've made it on all I know.
Yeah. All right. So people, man. All right. So last time he was down, we went to Reed Bingham and we used the Eagle One on my truck, 50 foot of coax. That's just my standard setup, and started off at like 90 watts, and the pilot was just so thick, and we were there for hours, and the pilot would not die down. So every other contact or so, I'd drop the power by like 10 watts, just trying to thin the pile out. We got all the way down to like 5 watts, and the pilot was still thick. They were still hearing us forever. I love my Eagle One. A matter of fact, I'm thinking about ordering a second one. So there you go. Yep, the proof is in the pudding. Absolutely. The banana pudding. But yeah, I'm thinking about ordering one more. So
I have to. I wouldn't mind having a third one.
should I get an orange one?
I mean, if you want to be seen, for sure. Like,
Hey, me and you can go to the same park.
Man, I could see you when I came in the gate of the park.
Me and you can go to the same park, both put up our antennas, and then people would really ask us questions.
We should both get orange ones, and we should get like, both ends of the park and run a long wire in between them.
Make a sky loop. Absolutely.
Oh, that's funny.
Terry says he's going to be activating at 5:30 in the morning.
Terry's telling on me. So the other night, and actually, I'm going to tell on Dan. That was Dan's ideal. That was Dan's ideal. The ideal was to mess with the PZN challenge people. And of course, Bucky's banana pudding. There is no other Kyle. Well, actually, there is. There's Parkway up the road. We'll give them a close second. Anyway, that was Dan's ideal. He's like, tell them that tomorrow morning you're only doing a 5:30 in the morning 10th of a watt activation because you're going to be really busy.
Absolutely.
And I did that. I told him in after chat that night, and PP Man got up at 5:32.
Oh, that is great. Okay, so this has crossed my mind. This has crossed my mind. I think it was PP Man who had this idea, maybe too. Run 2 Eagle Ones, and the idea that I had was do 2 things. I was thinking of either a vertical pole with some kind of bracket where I could put 2 Eagle Ones on top, like a dipole, feed one on the positive side, one on the negative side, or just use one Eagle One as, say, your driven element and put one beside it like as a parasitic element, and just to see how that works for getting directionality out of it. If I get another Eagle One, I have plans to do a little bit of experimentation. Because that's what we're all about. Ham radio, experiment. That's what we do, right? If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, whatever.
Robert said you heard that parks are charging money to set up photo stations.
I have not heard that.
I have not either, but I wouldn't put it past them.
There was mention on Facebook, I can't remember what it was, but some parks are requiring, because they've had issues with people putting stuff in trees and whatnot. A certain state park somewhere, I cannot remember where or even in what state, they are requiring you get a permit, but the permit's free. All you got to do is tell them you're doing it, so it doesn't cost you anything. They just want a record of who's out there.
This is funny because we were talking about something on Chillpad the other night, and you just brought it up because you mentioned in trees. So PP Man was telling me that he's never had any issues, and I told him I've been to several parks where they come and check to see if my pole is leaning in the tree or if I'm running out of it.
Yeah.
And he said he's never had any issues. Well, just yesterday, PP Man, we didn't have an issue, but we almost did. So we had an off center fed up in a tree, and one of the park people evidently went and decided to be tattletale
I'm your
Mary
Huckleberry.
and run down there and tell them that we had something in the tree. I didn't see the big deal what we had going, but we just had been tearing. We had already been tearing down, and the antenna was down. And a park ranger comes by and he circles, and he's looking up in the trees where our antenna was. I mean, he went real slow and was looking up in the trees, and then he's like, and then drives on. So, there are a lot of places that you cannot put antennas in tree. That's why you do need a mast.
Right. Or an Eagle One on your trailer hitch.
I've yet to have anybody tell me that I can't run an antenna off my car. I don't care if it is 31 foot.
And the cool thing too about running an Eagle One off of your trailer hitch is you take the ground strap and you ground it to the frame of your vehicle, and your whole vehicle now is your counterpoise, which is excellent. Especially if you got a big ass truck like me. That's a lot of metal. Lay the wire on the ground. Yeah, Robert, I haven't heard of anywhere explicitly charging people to set up, POTA stations. That'd be kind of weird.
I mean, it's bad enough that some of the I get angry when I go into states that they charge you to go into the park. It's people pay taxes in that state to have those parks ran. And just like we went into that one yesterday, and it was $7. This park was absolutely packed because they got a bit of beach here and everybody was swimming.
I'm your Huckleberry.
But you know what? $7, you can go to the pool.
Oh, don't get me. Oh, one of yours. Don't get me started. What's the one over in eastern West Virginia that's like in two different states? Harper's Ferry. Yeah. So if you don't have like a pass, it's like $20 or something.
There's places you can get in.
Yeah.
And on the West Virginia side, there's places you can get in to Harper's Ferry and not pay nothing.
Yeah, because last time I was up there, I didn't know all the secrets, so I paid $20, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that, Don. That's right.
That's some crazy stuff.
Well, he has the inside scoop too, so he has them on the payroll. Army Corps of Engineers parks, there might be one, maybe, but for the most part, Army COE parks are not valid POTA parks. Nope. Harper does have a ferry. Yes, Terry.
Oh, Lordy. Fun stuff. Anyway, we are coming up on the top of the hour, and I know Charlie or
Jason
Hank has a stream coming up. So we're going to clear out here in a minute. A lot of people love the Faraday cloth. So
I do. I got a video up on the Faraday cloth.
Are you using the Wolf River Coils tripod with it? Because if so, from what everybody's told me, you can just set it. You don't even got to wire it to it. You just set it on it.
Yeah, because it's aluminum. Yeah, it'll work. Yeah. I used my Gable tripod last time I used my Faraday cloth, and I had to actually run a ground from the antenna.
You do because that has not all metal parts on it. So
I didn't even think about using my Woofer Recoils tripod, which I also have. I probably would not have to do that. Yeah, you're right.
all right, but Dan, what do you got coming up?
Not a whole lot, man. Hopefully everybody has a great week coming ahead. And if you are a father, have a happy Father's Day. Hope you had a happy Father's Day. A couple hours left in it, so still continue to have a happy Father's Day. And good to see everybody in the chat. And thanks for joining us tonight.
That's right. And, I hope everybody has a happy Father's Day as well. I'm going to go out here just in a little bit and do an early late shift. And then tomorrow, I'm going to try to get back on that TikTok schedule again. Matter of fact, I already have one shot for tomorrow. It's already done. And get back to my normal schedule. And I did want to say one thing, really cool thing before I go. Same video schedule, activating all week. Busy, busy, busy. But I want to say one thing, really cool thing. I was flipping through, I was just scanning repeaters as I was going down, and I caught a Virginia repeater, and I talked to a guy on there, and I heard him talking, and I wanted to know where that repeater was, so I threw up my call sign to ask. He said, "Your call sign's really, really familiar." He said, "Do you do the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday coffee net on this repeater?" I said, "No." I said, "Do you do Parks in the Air?" And he said, "No." He said, "I'm a technician, and I'd like to, but when I get my general, I'm going to." I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." He's like, "But your call sign's real familiar." I said, "Do you watch ham radio on YouTube?" He said, "Oh my God, I know who you are now." And, which was really awesome to me, not because he knew who I was, but it was awesome because there's techs out there that don't even have their general, and I'm basically a POTA station. Yeah, I'm Adventure Radio, but I'm mostly a POTA station that is already watching because they're going to do Parks in the Air. And I just want to say, if there is techs out there, make sure and join my Discord and start asking questions now. And also, make sure and check out my series that pops out every Friday. It's POTA from Beginner to Expert. You'll really learn a lot from it. Other than that, thank you guys for the super chats and everything and your support. And we will catch you on the air. 73, everybody.
See you guys.